Hi folks, Paul's got another project on the go. He's going to try and put a motor in a Hot Wheels car so that the Hot Wheels car will move around the track by itself without the need of any
Power booster.
power booster.
Yeah. It's highly experimental and not very likely to work.
Is it not?
Well, there's not much space in a Hot Wheels car at all for doing
Well,
this.
yeah, because it's really small.
Yeah. So what I've done to start off with, this is the front of the car. I've taken the front wheels off and cut the axle in two. Where you can see silver in a hole here, I've cut through with a hobby drill to remove this axle mounting point.
All right.
And I've also taken off a lug here because I need the space. So this is just the chassis of the Hot Wheels car. This is the front. This is the motor I'm thinking of using. It's going to sit roughly like that. And I'll be using two types of gear. One's a worm gear, which will sit like that. And this is a standard gear that the worm gear meshes into, like that. So there'll be a new shaft that goes on, and that new shaft will have this gear on it.
Right.
Yeah. So approximately the gear will sit there with the shaft running through it. The new shaft. The wheels and the gear will all be fixed to the shaft, probably with super glue, a drop of super glue, so that they're all one rigid assembly, yeah? So that when this motor spins round and turns this worm gear, it will turn this little cog, which of course will turn the shaft and the two wheels.
Yes. So, what have you got there, Paul?
Well, we've got a piece of 1mm steel piano wire here to replace the axle, the front axle that we removed. You can see it's a slightly larger diameter. So I'm going to cut a piece of 1mm piano wire, the correct one.
Is that an angle grinder you've just put that on?
Bench grinder.
Bench grinder.
Saison. Yeah, because the piano wire is so hard, you don't want to really cut it with or it's not possible to cut it with a hacksaw. And it's a very small diameter, so it's best just to grind it.
So you're just going to sand that a bit, are you, to make it smooth?
I'm just going to finish one end of the shaft. Yeah, you're right. I'm going to just rub it on the glass paper, fine glass paper, to take the burrs off. And then I'm going to put a slight chamfer on it to help me start to push it through the gear. Looks like he's going to be all right. Center. So that's the gear on the shaft.
In the centre.
That's the gear on the shaft, roughly in the centre. Very tight fit as well, so it's not going to slip on there. I don't know if these holes are too tight. No, I don't think they are. You can see the shafts just come through.
Right.
And it is indeed a very tight fit.
Which is what you want, isn't it?
Just what we wanted.
You don't want it to move.
Yeah.
Yeah, piano wire, what you're using, Paul.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's for pianos, but where does it go in the piano?
Inside the body, I think. You know, when you open up the back of the piano.
It's something that wears out that people have to keep replacing.
I believe so. It comes in all different sorts of diameters, and when you put it in a piano, I think it's anchored between 2 points over a longish length and then stretched to the right degree to make the wire give the right note when it's strung.
Oh, right.
A bit like tuning a guitar up, only the strings are much heavier duty pieces of wire. Okay, so we can now go for the next wheel on. So you can see the wheels are on, and when I turn the gear, the wheels turn with it.
Lovely.
We're going to glue the motor in position with its worm gear on, with Evo stick.
You'll be letting that tack off.
Oh yes, letting it tack off.
About 8 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
So, you've attached 2 batteries and you've soldered to the batteries.
4. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 batteries.
Oh, there's 4 at the back,
Giving
covered
6,
in black.
giving 6 volts, yeah.
So, you weren't going to solder them at first, were you?
No, it was, I couldn't think of any other way of connecting them given the space, so I thought I'd try it.
You thought it might damage the batteries?
Yeah, but I seem to be able to do it without damaging them.
Okay. Now, you've actually tried this on the track, haven't you? And you said it didn't go very fast.
No, well, the motor's a 6 to 12 volt motor. This set of batteries here just giving 6 volts. So we really need a different motor, a low voltage motor, I think.
Right, okay.
And some lithium ion battery packs, maybe small ones that fit at either side of the motor. But it works.
Right, okay. Now, I haven't seen it working yet,
Okay.
folks, so this is going to be new for me.
So there's no switch on it as yet.
What do you do when you want to stop it then, if you're soldering the connection together to start it?
Take it off the track and desolder it.
Oh, right.
So we'll put her on this track and see what she's like. We'll go this way, I think. You ready?
Uh-huh. Hey. Would you say it's got slower now?
Yeah, I would say so.
Because the batteries are wearing out. So it only goes for a few minutes and then the batteries start wearing out.
So they're only little watch batteries really, so we need to swap out the lithium ion cells, I think.
So that's it for this video, folks. And the next video, to do with Hot Wheels anyway, maybe you'll have got a lithium ion battery and you'll be trying that, Paul.
Maybe.
With a car.
Yeah.
So that's it for this time though, folks, and thanks for watching.